One of the my favorite places to go in Maryland. I have family in Catonsville, Maryland, and right next door to Catonsville is this beautiful old town called Ellicott City. And I always try and make it down there when I'm down in Maryland visiting family. But for those of you who have never heard of Ellicott City, or may have just recently heard of it, on July 30th, there was a massive flood down the middle of the road in the main street of Ellicott City that actually killed two people. And I just want to review some of the footage I took this past weekend, Columbus Day weekend, and to show how the town is still recovering. So, at 6:45 p.m. on July 30th, the rain started to fall. And Main Street was fine. People were fine. People were just going about their daily business, thinking it was just a bad rainstorm. By 7:18, the National Weather Service issued a flood warning, flash flood warning, across Howard County, Baltimore, in southern Baltimore. But by 7:30, the heaviest rains moved into Ellicott City, um, with almost 5 inches of rain accumulating over the next hour. In about 2 hours, 6.5 inches of rain fell on Ellicott City. By 8:15, the Patapsco River began to swell, rising 6 feet in an hour. So around 9 o'clock p.m., the floodwaters began to surge down Main Street, and people started taking video of what came next. So a few minutes later, the stream becomes a massive current going down Main Street, and yet keep in mind the entire road is set up like a bottleneck. So if something like this were to happen, it just funnels right down this road. And around this time, two people are swept away. Most of you guys have probably seen the famous footage of the human chain to pull the person from the car. So the Patapsco River, around 9 p.m., crests. It had risen 14 feet in an hour and a half, which is unheard of. All is said and done, by midnight, the floodwaters have subsided, but the governor had to declare a state of emergency. So, what lessons can you learn from this? First, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people that were affected by this, and the two people that lost their lives, and the families of those affected. From a natural disaster point of view, there's really not too much. This was like a once in a thousand year storm. You're in a random street that happens to be engineered in such a way that if all the weather patterns align, you get caught in a flood. That's not something normally people keep on their radar or even in situational awareness. My sister-in-law actually almost got caught in this. She missed it by just a few minutes. So as far as preparedness goes with that, I guess you could talk about EDCs in case you have to abandon your car, but from a preparedness point of view, first and foremost, you have to get right with God. I mean, something random like this, those people never thought that that this would happen, and two people lost their lives. Second, weather aside, it's the only real preparedness, I guess, lesson you could learn from this is what happened to the storefront owners. So this happened on July 30th, and I was there in Columbus Day weekend. So that's around October 10th. So that's quite a long time that a lot of these businesses got damaged and were out of business. So have a store of cash, savings, obviously have insurance, but this is their livelihood. And even the stores that were open, I believe the road was completely closed off for a while, so people couldn't even access the stores that were not affected. Sad, sad, sad thing all around.